Before we start this declutter, I've kind of got to show you what we've been living with. Gives me anxiety every time I come in here. Yeah, our shower is tore up. You know, honestly, that is the worst part, but it's also downstairs. You'll see that in a second. So yeah, we've been dealing with that. You know, the fans, I don't know how many of you have had water leaks in your house, but the fans was the worst part. It didn't get dry the first time, so we had to come back, tear more up. It's just been like a month of it. They are finally gone, and I'm so excited that they are out. It has worn on me. Between that and the first trimester, I haven't really been able to clean or take care of the house as much as I've wanted. I finally got a little bit back onto the cleaning, but there's a few areas that really need some love after all of this has happened. And so I want to go through and declutter and clean some areas that really need it. Also, I can't save all this for the third trimester now. I feel good. I've got energy. I hope you join me, and hopefully we get a lot organized and a lot given away. This was where most of it came down to, and also the garage, but this is a very used place that I actually don't clean or declutter often because we use it so much, but we're not using it much now, so it's a good chance to clean it up, get it reorganized, and like, we don't need this in July, right? So it's time to do a reset here. And I've got a closet that I don't think I've organized since we've moved in, so it's time to tackle that. Now I love having baskets and areas like this to keep things looking tidy, but they just too often get used as a dump for things I just don't have a place for. And I completely forgot we had some of this stuff. Like, for instance, I was looking for these seeds this spring and could not find them. I thought for some reason they'd be in a completely different spot. They just need a better home, which should be in our outdoor fridge. It's just why I need to do this a few times a year. It's so essential, you know, finding better places for things that just got thrown and ensuring I know what I have, because I definitely could have used some of these seeds and not bought extras this spring. It just inevitably piles up. It's part of keeping a home, and I just need to get better at doing it like every 6 months. Honestly, really not a lot to give away. It was mostly just some trash and things that needed a different home for a new season we are in. This already feels like 20 times better. I don't know why this is so therapeutic. This area, I'm gonna have to take a vacuum. It is so dirty. I love having the kids use like these baskets for their shoes. Usually just one basket is enough for them. And actually this isn't as bad as I thought, but it does get dirty. I'll vacuum this out. A lot of our shoes are being kept up front. I do think, like, these are Callum's winter shoes. I'll put these away. I think these are too small for Nolan now, so time for these to go too. And I'll go through their shoes up front as well, but I think we've already done it. But such a good trick for kids. And I like using these so we can actually keep a few shoes down here as well, but definitely some winter shoes that need to go up. And our paint in a lot of these areas was sticky when we moved in. I don't think it was quite dry, and that means a lot of these areas like don't look the best. So I'm gonna put what I put in the bottom of my kitchen cabinets to help protect them. I'm gonna put that there to help this look a little better, because even when it's clean it looks dirty because of all those scratch marks, and it kind of bothers me. So let's get that done. Honestly, just a dumping ground of stuff. These little cubby areas have bothered me for like a solid 2 years. Every time I grab my shoes from here, I think, oh, I need to put that mat down. And so you can just imagine how good this feels to get done. I'm someone who has a ton of ideas, but really just not enough time to do them all. I really feel like that now. And I know this is just also a phase of motherhood, and I know I prioritize what is right. It doesn't mean that I don't wish I could get more stuff like this done and do it quicker. So if you ever feel like you don't have enough time, or if you feel that way yourself, please know you are not alone. And this is not something I am great at, and it has taken me 2 years of being bothered by this area to actually get some of it done. It just doesn't look so dirty now, even when it's cleaned. So I think it'll help me clean it more too, because I find something that, you clean it and it looks kind of the same is like not very motivating to clean it. So hopefully this will help me keep this area cleaned a little better too. All right, this side done. Feels good, reorganized, mostly just things that needed to be put somewhere else. This I love to put with our artwork, especially because we kind of come in and out here so we see it more often, but this is very old. I have a box that I like to keep very special things in, so I'm gonna go through this. There's so many cute pictures from him, even when he was in daycare, Callum. So I'm gonna go through, get all this down, that way we can start adding new stuff there. And I love this for the boys to put their stuff on, mostly like a fall and winter thing. So I'm just gonna, now it's great for hats and maybe like some towels that from when they play outside and get wet, I'll put here, but all the coats need to go because we are not using coats now. And honestly, cleaning this makes me think we need to repaint, because I don't know, I'm at least gonna try to another time go through and wipe the walls off, because these walls are so dirty now that I'm like up close next to them. It seems like now everyone always wants a bigger home, more square footage, and I used to think that was good too, but now that I actually clean my own home, I really think smaller is better. It's nice to have enough bedrooms to like have it when family comes, and like a big enough kitchen, but like I don't want like huge bedrooms. I don't need these extra spaces. It's just an interesting dynamic to feel as, we ever look towards a new home. I just think extra space is now an extra thing for me to clean. There's something about having this area clean that makes me feel so much better about that bathroom being a wreck, and I know that'll be fixed quickly and it's nothing major, so hopefully soon we'll get that back. But this feels so good and like a weight lifted off of me. I really need to set aside like one Saturday every month to do this. But the part I've been dreading. Let's put some of these winter coats away. I mean, it's a mess. And just shove it in there and we'll forget about it, right? Yeah, but no. Every time we open it, we don't forget about it. I don't know, I need to figure out what to do about the diaper situation, like where I can store those better. Maybe, I don't know, start storing them in the kids' rooms, because they have plenty of room. These are mostly my husband's, I must say. I think he has the coat problem. Nice sturdy hangers, so I think for the coats that I keep down here, I'm going to keep on these hangers and the rest can go upstairs. Method of taking everything out makes you realize how bad the problem is. It worked so well with my closet, but now a little bit, I don't even know what to do with it to make it look better in there. I need to figure out what really needs to go in there and what can go somewhere else. Alright, so this is the final. How much better does this look? Essential things we need right now. Can easily get to these things. We're going to the beach, so a lot of those waters will go there. A few diapers. My giveaway pile. So this and all the coats is what needs to find another home. A lot of it is baby stuff and winter stuff, so I don't feel that bad. But this didn't all need to be in one place, so this will feel good. My husband will do the the hard work in putting it up in the attic though. So day 2 of this, I think I'm gonna have to scale back my expectations on what I think I can get done. That was so great to get done, the back closet, but it took a little bit more time than I expected. So I wanted to get like a full kitchen clean, but I think I'm just gonna focus on my cabinets because I can easily clean the fridge or oven kind of casually as my kids are around, but this is something that they would really get into. So I'm gonna try to just go through the cabinets that are problem cabinets first, get those cleaned out, see what I don't need anymore, clean them out, and then focus on the ones that I know work well as the last step, because you know, if I don't get to those, they're okay. At least they just need a wipe out. That's a little bit easier than completely decluttering them. We'll start with this cabinet. It's kind of the end of our kitchen, so it really gets neglected a little bit. I don't think it's too bad, but there's definitely some stuff we can give away. Some of it I think I could put in a better spot. Some of it, you know, I just think it's time to let go of. So let's see what we can do. I'm gonna do the same thing, take everything out, then everything's got to go back in, which makes it a lot easier to say bye to. And like extra shelves like these, my main focus when I'm organizing is just to make the most used items easy to grab and put back and keep in mind what I have. Because I again found something I misplaced. I have been looking for this pastry cutter for no lie a year, and I just refused to buy another one. So I'm just so happy I found it because it is useful to have. The storage for my mixer and food processor attachments has always bothered me. I haven't found a good system. I don't know. I find these small items that I only use occasionally to be the hardest thing to organize in my kitchen. They are kind of like constantly falling out and a little hard to grab. So thankfully a clear storage box opened up during this, and I found it to be a much better way to store them, and they're not kind of like falling all over the place in the cabinet. And thankfully I didn't have to go buy something new either to find a better system. So much more room. We have a solid like 2.5 shelves here. It's better organized. All right, on to the kid/junk drawer of the house. I am so thankful to have this drawer, and it works surprisingly well, but just needs to be cleaned up as stuff just easily piles up quickly in here. I had so many baby items left and a lot to just throw away. Giving it a good clean makes a junk drawer like this feel like something that actually works for me and not against me. I will say these little containers work so well at keeping large drawers like this organized. I bought like a huge set on Amazon for I think around $20, and I use them in so many of our drawers here and in the bathroom, and at least makes it feel like more tidy and less overwhelming. And here is yet another random drawer. Like all of our in drawers just filled with random stuff. I keep most of my baking stuff in here and alcohol. I made some homemade vanilla recently that I'm really excited to share soon. I think I'll do that in the next video. I keep that in here to age. I used to hold on to things like this in case I would, you know, maybe need them, but I'm learning to be a lot more savage around what I allow to stay in my house. And the more I do this, the easier it is to do. Another bag for Goodwill of stuff. I'll just go through and clean the rest of these drawers. I don't think there's anything I need to clean out of there. Just give them a clean and I'll call this, what, 1/3 of our kitchen, maybe 1/4 of our kitchen done. And that's where I'll stop for now. Pick up next month. Okay, just got to show you these drawers as they are proof that I'm not a complete mess. They are often used and they work really well in my kitchen. They just mostly need a clean and a little tidy every now and then. And I find every time I do this, I'm usually finding a better way to organize it. Just, tiny little improvements. I find getting the same or very similar sets of like Tupperware or storage containers for food makes a huge difference in how tidy that drawer looks. I've tried many methods of organizing these, but just the simple like stacking of lids on one side is what I find works best. I try to keep like square lids on one side and the circle ones together on the other, and that just makes them a little easier to find. If only I could convince my husband that helps though. Well, I hope this gave you some motivation and inspiration to go through your home and find what's serving you and what's not serving your family. This method of taking it all out has done wonders for me as a girly who has a hard time saying goodbye to stuff, and I hope it helps you too. Thanks for watching, and remember to follow along for more. I'll see you next week.